Welcome back to the channel, everyone. What a horrific week this has been. When you think life can't get any worse, it can. This week I learned that both of my parents are on chemo for cancer treatment. And it's hard dealing with one family member being on it, but having both at the same time completely shattered my world. And I mean, the beginning of the week was horrendous. One thing that I failed at is allowing my mind to travel into the distant future and thinking of things that may or may not even happen. And when we do that, when we give in to our fears, we are kept in that circle of sadness, and it's a lot harder for us to exit out of it. But that's not what I want to focus on today. The big thing is I finally reached out to my friends. So big shout out to Kelly, Sevillin, and Aaron, as well as all the doctors that I've worked with this week. And they were truly there for me when I needed it. In the past, I'd be that person who just kind of doesn't reach out for help, even though I advise everyone to do it. So I decided to stop being an idiot and I reached out to my friends, and they truly helped me get through this. There has to be a balance between doing things on our own and reaching out, because we don't need to feel that we have to reach out to someone, because then we become reliant on that. But we also shouldn't feel like we're only meant to go through things on our own. We're all connected in this world, and whether it be through a random person you see at a coffee shop and their smile that lights up your day, or having someone close to you do something, no matter how small, to contribute to your happiness. So whenever we go through something in our life, it's so important to ensure that we do things that work for us. Life is about love and happiness, and it's about sharing experiences. It's about being empathetic to those who are going through some kind of hurt or pain in their lives. So my biggest suggestion is find that balance, because sometimes you do need to be alone and work through it, because you have to build that mental capacity and that strength to realize that you really don't need someone else to get through something. But other times you realize that, but you still want someone in your life to help you go through whatever you're going through. In the beginning of the week, I allowed myself to feel the sadness and the shock, because I feel like it's so important not to suppress anything. And as the week progressed, I found myself getting back to my normal level of happiness and silliness in being who I am. And I attribute that to two key factors. One, I decided to reach out and ask for help. And I was surrounded by such amazing people that were there for me whenever I needed them, whether it be to talk, to listen, or just sit in silence. Because someone's sheer presence has a huge impact on others. The second thing is my outlook. I know that no matter what happens in my life, everything will be okay at the end. It's something my grandpa always said, "Всё будет хорошо," which translates to everything will be okay. But it still takes a lot of energy and effort to believe that during the worst times in our lives. And I think that's when it's most important. Because if we go throughout our life and we choose to say that phrase every day, to write it somewhere and see it, it becomes solidified within us, and it really comes in handy when life throws us a curveball. Please remember that you are not alone. We all go through crises in our lives, and we should never be afraid to ask for help, because our mental health comes first. Until next week, I wish you all the love, all the happiness. Stay safe and be well.